So, welcome. Thank you for coming to the channel. Now, I'm just recently back. 2 days I've been back from Africa. I had a tremendous time. It was very relaxing, very peaceful atmosphere, and I enjoyed every moment of it. So I want to recap by talking to you guys, and then, kind of inserting some videos as we go along, trying to not make it such a boring video. So that's it. Y'all like my shirt? First of all, y'all know I had this custom made, right? Y'all like it? I actually bought the fabric, and then I got a tailor, and he took my measurements, and then he created. And I mean, when I say the quality, look at the collar. Like, this is not a flimsy type collar. Like, this feels quality. So if you need some quality gear, it's coming soon. That's all, man. That's why I say when I say everything worked out as planned, this trip to Ghana, first I was going over there. I have to go check on my property. Y'all know that. If you're buying land and you're building in Ghana, a good contractor should be sending you updates by way of video, right? We live in the world of video.
End of JR's work now. Finally, we are done with the footing, the top lintel footing beams, everything that is supposed to be seen. We finally finished the first stage. So now the second stage is now we are coming to do the filling in the empty spaces and get it all leveled. And we can start.
So it ain't just you talking to me. Send me some video footage, right? So they're gonna send you that. But then it's also good to visit. Like, I'm not understanding how people are just buying land. One, they're buying land in Africa and never been to Africa. And so the first time you go to Africa is actually when your house is built. I don't think that's a good thing, because you might not like it. Like, living in Africa, it's a different lifestyle. Even though, there's some developed areas, you still got the undeveloped areas, and sometimes you got to go through undevelopment to get to development. And some of those experiences, traffic, man. When I tell you, that traffic is different. The traffic is different. You hear me? Like, I mean, from when time they get up, man, that traffic start building up. It's different. And the way they drive and maneuver around, man, they're really good drivers now. I don't think I'm gonna be driving in Ghana, and I consider myself a good driver. But that's something you have to be, depending on where you at. Water, lights might go out, electricity might go out. So these are the things that you gotta, I hope you're doing your research before you even think about moving there, and make sure that it is what you're thinking about. Now, some people are just buying land and building houses and turning it into more like an Airbnb or something like that, and that's your thing, cool. But if Ghana is on, and I'm only speaking of Ghana, so I'm not going to keep saying Africa and Ghana, because I don't know the rest of Africa yet. I haven't visited those countries, which I plan to, but anytime Africa was on my radar, it was Ghana. Anyway, long short, the opportunity came for me to go to Africa on a tour, and I did, right? I enjoyed it. I stayed in the community. Y'all see, I got videos on this channel. That's my first trip, and I'm staying within the community. At one point, we went up to the Vulture region in Ghana, and we stayed inside the village. When I went up to Cape Coast, it was like, fill this bucket up with water, because they about to turn the water off. I'm talking about in the entire community. They shut the water off. So Y'all know the trash can bucket and whatnot? Fill that up with water by this time, because they're going to turn the water off. I was like, okay. So now it's like trying to take a bath, you dipping and you. But the reason I did it, I wanted that experience. I wanted to know exactly how some of my people were actually living. It's a very humbling experience, and I wanted to experience that. I didn't want to feel that because I'm from the great USA and I have certain amenities here. I didn't want that. Whatever they're going through, I wanted some of that. Yes, and that's what this culture tour was presenting. Like, we stayed in the culture, and it was peaceful. Anyway, long story. We start to fast forward. I left, continuing following my guy Azad, continuing to stay in touch with him a little bit. You know, just watching his videos, staying in touch with him that way. Now, fast forward, when I get back 6 months later, when this opportunity popped up, like, let me just purchase some land, just because, you know, I still didn't have any vision of what I would do with it. But what I would say is, by that time, probably the year prior to that, I made up my mind that I do not want to retire and stay here in the Americas the rest of my life. You know, and I was looking for a place that I could feel comfortable. So of course it got to be melanated people, the majority melanated people, where I feel comfortable, and then a place where my American dollars kind of stretch. So I was looking for somewhere where I could go there, and whatever's allotted to me after I retire, whether it be my pension, my Social Security, you know, any type of check that would be coming in that will help me live a certain type of lifestyle, I wanted that. So I started looking for that. It wasn't until this trip that I went to Africa that the others just disappeared off my radar, and my focus became Africa.